apply.
One question is like, then why Warren Buffett moved to liquidator to operator? Is it because he had too much money? Another question is related to the first book of Joe Greenblatt. Like he's talk about the spin-off and also the special situation. I think his points that just buying those would be good, but if you can pick your spot, remember, yeah, that would be better. I think his performance in 10 years was like 50%. That's the highest I've ever known. So then his ways like this is the area you want to pick from, and then you want to pick the best. Like then it's kind of not the same as what you are saying. What we are saying here, you're saying like don't involve any human being. Just buy everything, right? Yeah. Just want to know your...
His first book, You Can Be a Stock Market Genius, which is a terrible name for a really good book. The process that he describes in there is a reasonably complex investment strategy, and it's a strategy that really only a human being could implement at the moment, because it requires reading unusual filings and finding spin-offs or companies about to pay out a big dividend, special situation investing. I don't think that he could have invested as much money in that strategy as he can in the magic formula. And I think that that's a more difficult strategy to implement. You can certainly get expertise in an area and understand it better than another area. The spin-offs special situations are really a very broad basket of potential things that you can do, and you can become good in an industry or good at a particular thing. And that might lead to better performance. I sort of think that the broader your strategies and the broader your potential universe of stocks, the better performance you're going to have. I think to maintain that very high rate of return, he was paying out a lot of the capital that so he'd make the profit and pay it out and then do it again the next year. Whereas the magic formula is a compounding strategy. You know, you roll over whatever you get, then you reinvest that compounded amount. And it's a strategy that really shows how good it is over a longer period of time, because you get to that point where you're investing larger sums of money at a higher rate than the special situation one, which requires that you keep on paying it out and you're sort of limited a little bit in where you can apply it.
So the Warren Buffett question,
why did he change?
Yeah. Why he changed?
Possibly the challenge. Maybe he had too much money to invest.
Okay.
So one of the biggest criticism of any model created looking at backward data is you are fitting data, right?
Yep.
And the strategy that is outlined feels a bit like, oh, let's ignore quality and go for the liquidation value or the enterprise value or buying price of the company. And that could be a kind of a valid criticism. What would be your answer to that?
Well, we've looked at it in different markets too. So I certainly didn't go into it. It's not a great marketing strategy to tell somebody that what we're going to do is buy the lowest quality stocks that we can find, or not really care about quality. It's a much better marketing strategy to go and say, what we do is we look for really high quality stocks that are undervalued, and that's what we buy. Because that sounds like a really safe strategy to me. If you say I'm going to ignore quality, people think you're crazy. So I've written an entire book explaining why I ignore quality